All right, what's up, y'all? What's up? I'm doing this video right now. I know it's super early in the morning, but I want to do this Mother's Day tribute to my mom and to my grandmother. May they both rest in peace. I just want to tell y'all a funny story, about the two of them. If y'all don't mind, give me a sec. First, I gotta give me a little something to drink. Yeah. All right. Excuse me. I didn't think it was gonna be that loud. Anyways, excuse. Anyway, so first off, I'm going to do my mom. Um, before I get started, I just want y'all to like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Um, I don't know why everybody else got 1,000 subscribers. I only got like 400. I don't know. That's always been a mystery to me. But I'm really, really trying to improve my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to build my YouTube channel. So please, please, please like, subscribe, and comment. Okay? Please. I'm literally begging like James Brown. Please, please. Okay. Um, so I'm gonna start off with my mom. All right. I'm gonna start off with my mom. I remember this one time. You see, I had ADHD real bad as a kid. For those of y'all that don't know what ADHD is, it's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. All right, that means that I have a very short attention span, and I was extremely, extremely hyperactive as a child. All right, just to make the long story short. I was extremely hyperactive as a child. So I was bouncing all over the place. My mom couldn't keep up with me, and it would get very frustrating to her at times. So one day, we was out in public. I would always get lost whenever we go to the store. Because like I said, I was hyperactive. All right. I was all over the place. I would always get lost every time we go to the store, and it would frustrate my mom whenever she would have to page me at customer service. uh, I'm aging myself a little bit, but yeah, y'all remember those days when your parents would have to page your ass. You be at Walmart. This was before cell phones was like a really big thing, right? So they would be paging you at customer service, be like, Mama, I'm lost. I'm lost. Come find me. I'm lost. I can't. So anyway, yeah, I'm old as hell. All right, so my mom would page me at customer service, or I would page her, either or. But one day she got so frustrated with me that she went to the pet store, got a leash, and tried to put it around my arm, right? And she was carrying me around the store. She said, "From now on, I'm gonna keep up with your head." She said, "From now on, I'm gonna keep up with your ass." She went to the pet store, grabbed a leash, and put it around my arm, put it around my wrist. Now the funny thing is, she didn't tie, on tight enough. So as slim as my wrist is, I easily wiggled my way. What I'm saying, out the leash. So next thing you know, my mom looked behind. She was like, "Where the hell Joseph went? Like what?" I was I was outside down there. I took my ass, ran up the street. Something I went. I'm, I'm serious. I was very sneaky. I was very mischievous. You know, very very mischievous. Cause to me that she was mad as hell, but I was laughing. Like to me that was funny. Kind of like the way I'm doing now. Cause just imagine, just imagine me just running down the street, trying to get away from my mom because she was fuming. Like I don't know if y'all can imagine like the steam coming from her ears. Like she was pissed. Seriously. Um. So by the time she finally caught up with me, needless to say, I got grounded. I got my ass whooped. Uh, she was like, I had to run all over the store looking for your ass. You, Yeah, but that was a funny time though. That was a funny time. I really miss my mom and my grandmother a lot. May they both rest in peace. I love them dearly. You know, only knew my mom for 10 years, but I still love her to this day. Nobody, no woman alive that could take my mama's place. For real. Tupac said it, and it's true. There is no woman alive that could replace my mom. Dead ass serious. Nobody. Now, as for my second mom, my grandmother, um, this is not really a funny story, but I feel like I should say this for therapeutic reasons. Okay, just to clear the air. Like I already said, I was the only child, right? And after my mom passed away before my grandmother. So my grandmother took me in, she raised me and everything like that, right? So I wanted to, of course, show her how much I appreciated her, and every Mother's Day, I would buy her gifts and all types of little knickknacks and everything like that. And in return, she would spoil the hell out of me. You know, um, I ain't gonna tell y'all all that she gave me because she gave me literally everything. I guess to compensate for the loss of my mom. I guess that's what she was trying to do because she would shower me with gifts, and this ain't like me bragging or nothing like that. I'm not trying to brag, but that's just how it was. I can't change what done already happened. This is my story, okay? So my grandmother would shower me with gifts and everything like that, but oftentimes she would ask me to do certain things for her. My grandmother was a little bit heavier than my mom. Okay, a whole lot heavier than my mom. And I'm the only one that could talk about her. Okay, nobody else could talk about my grandmother. You'll get busted in the face. Dead ass serious. But anyway, my grandmother was a heavy set woman, and as she got older, her health started to decline, and she would often ask me to, fix her some water. So she had this, uh, dang, I forgot, a thermos, sort of. Yeah, she had like this red and black thermos, and she wanted me to like fill the whole, cause my grandmother was a diabetic, so all the responsibility was on me. Okay, all the responsibility was on me. So, taking care of her, looking after her. Keep in mind, she had two other kids and two other grandkids, but I was the only one that was, helping out the most. Um, the rest of them didn't really do a damn thing, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna be blunt. Like they didn't do hardly anything. They was very selfish and only cared about themselves. So I was the one pulling most of the weight. No pun intended, Grandma. So she would ask me to fix her some water, and just do little different things for her around the house. Now, I didn't have a problem with doing. I'm getting tongue twisted, Lord Jesus. I didn't have a problem with doing things for my grandmother. I love her deeply. I love her dearly. The only problem I had was the fact that I was the only one doing everything around the house. Okay, seriously, I was the only one doing everything around the house, and like I said, she had two other kids, two other grandkids, right? And neither one of them put forth any effort to, they knew their grandmother, they knew their mom was ill, they already knew all this, right? But neither one of them put forth any effort to help out around the house to help me help her, if that makes any sense. Not to mention, my grandfather, who was also disabled, she was trying to take care of. So it was just a huge weight on my shoulders. Once again, no pun intended. It was just a huge weight on my shoulder. But just to clarify, because my grandmother, she pulled me to the side one time and she asked me, she was like, "Am I a burden to you? Or am I a burden on you?" And I was like, "No, grandma, you good. You good. You ain't no burden on me, And I could see the tears coming from her eyes. She was like, "Am I a burden on you? Just tell me and let me know now." I was like, "Grandma, no, you is not a burden. Okay, it's just a situation that I was, caught up in was a burden. The fact that I was the only one pulling, because that's not fair to me, right? I'm pretty sure y'all will agree, right? That's not fair for one person to be doing everything, and you got, other kids that could come around and help out. They just too lazy to, right? They too selfish, right? So, and two other grandkids. So, just to clarify, I wish I could have told my grandmother this um, while she was living, but just to clarify, no, grandma, you was not a burden. Okay, it was just a situation that was a burden because oftentimes I would get real frustrated, and whenever she would call me, out my room, because I'd be in my room listening to music, playing video games. Whenever she would call me, I would kind of storm. I hate telling this story about myself, but I would storm out the room. I would storm out my room. I would come out my room with attitude, like, oh, what now? Like, like I would come out my room with the attitude, like, cause she would drink water like crazy, like back to back to back. Every time, that jug would get empty, I would have to fill the jug of water back up. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like this. I forgot the proper name for it, but yeah, it was like this container, this red and black container that she would always drink out of, and I would always have to fill the container back up. Like every 10 minutes or so, I would have to fill the container up with water because she didn't drink soda at all. My grandmother only drunk water. So ever so often, I would fill this container up with water, and I got so frustrated with her just calling my name, like, I'm like, your son in the next room, you know. That's what frustrated me because I mean he wasn't really doing anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you couldn't pay me to be as selfish to my mother as he was to his mom, to my grandmother. You can't pay me to be that selfish to my parents. That's the only reason why, I was doing it out of love. I was doing it, out of concern and everything like that. Cause I didn't want her to think that, it was she was a burden on me because it wasn't her. It was not her. Let me clarify. It was not her. It was the situation that was stressing me out. Okay? It was the situation. It was not my grandmother. I love my grandmother. I care deeply for her. I love my grandparents, period. You know what I'm saying? It was not it was not her. All right? It was not her. I wish I would have told her that while she was here. I wish I could have. Well, I told her, but I didn't really go into detail, about it. All I kept saying to her was, no, she was not a burden. But for some reason in her mind, she thought that she was. But it was not my grandmother. Okay, it was the situation around me that was frustrating me. That was irritating me. So anyway, this video is already 13 minutes long. I'm gonna stop right here before I break down into tears because I'm a Pisces. I'm easily sensitive. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with y'all as a Mother's Day gift for this year. Share a story with y'all as a Mother's Day gift. So rest in peace to my mom. Rest in peace to my grandmother. I miss y'all. I love y'all. I don't care how long it's been. I love y'all to death. God bless. I will see y'all in this video. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. Peace.